think we're missing people, but we are back.
But we do know that there's been a long time since I watched Scrubs, because that was the first thing that was heard. We need to do something about that.
Like the lyrics to that show Enterprise, it's been a long road. Something, something time is here.
No.
It's been a long time, but my time is finally here.
No!
So it's
You
been
do
a
not have faith of
long,
the heart.
long
goddamn.
time.
I've got faith of the heart. Still can't beat Deep Space Nine, and shortly after that, Voyager. That's where it's really at. Fuck. Seriously, fuck Next Generation. It actually wasn't that good. Pretty much, it was just Patrick Stewart was literally lifting that entire cast up. What's that? Q did something weird again, and now Patrick Stewart has to prove once again that humans aren't the scum of the universe? Oh my. Guess that doesn't happen twice a season. What's that? Q turned himself into a judge and is judging humanity? Oh boy. Some alien showed up and punched Worf out in the first 10 minutes of the series? Welp. That's
Somebody
a shocking new plot line.
Somebody always shows up and punches Worf, and there everybody's like, "Oh wow, he's really
So
powerful
strong."
because he can punch out Worf, like everybody else."
Oh man, a malfunction in the holodeck. That's only the 4th time this season. You'd think we'd stop playing with the holodeck safeties at some point.
You'd think
they'd
that.
report those bugs. You know? Please submit a bug report.
Escalate it to level 3.
Alright. We're all back now. Alright, so what's the plan here? We've got the 4 of you facing down one guy trying to currently wrestle with Peronin for control of his weapon.
Yeah.
Dread's gonna try to help him. Pronin, that is.
Alright, when you run over, the guy wrestling with Peronin lets go of his weapon and is like, fine, whatever. I'm leaving. I'm going to find the cops.
I win! Ah!
Peronin, mark down you have 1 club. He just starts walking past you, Red.
I don't do anything to stop it. I'm like, great.
But
We're gonna check this place out.
I'm
Make
like,
sure
this old
everybody
lady
here's
sits
okay.
her own shit for 2 days at a time. It's despicable.
The guy's just like, I don't get paid enough to deal with this.
So,
Just have the cops deal with you guys.
Red's just thinking out loud. He's like, I should go back to that office, kick in the door.
Or we could just find Phasmeth
Well, hold on. Then hold them in, let you guys
and
investigate
Mr. Bowles.
the facility.
I want to be clear here. Murrah Bowles' father is dead and has been for some time. He told you that outside.
I know,
Yeah.
but his things or anything related to him that we could bring back to her to remember him by, I mean.
Okay.
But Judge has a different plan, so.
Well, he's just more thinking out loud. And he's like, what do you guys think?
I think we've got to go find what happened to Dern Phasmeth.
Yep.
I want to see some door kicking.
Well, we can just open the doors unless they're locked.
Okay.
Oh, shut up. I want to see the kicking.
Are you going to the left-hand wing or the right-hand wing?
Hey, gang, let's split up. No, okay, let's not do that.
This is a system where you could feasibly split up.
No,
Yeah.
That is true, actually.
We could fan out and find him faster.
Yeah, and we might actually need
My
to do that
favorite
fast.
words.
Yeah, let's act quick.
Let's do it.
All right, me and the bard.
Which way are you going? East or west?
And we will take the west passage.
Excellent.
We'll go east
All right.
and red.
This can't possibly go wrong.
A bard and a wizard. Oh, God.
It'll be fine.
That's very creepy, Jim.
Yeah, so we start going down and just opening whatever doors we come across.
Yeah.
And going, "Are
Okay,
you there?"
so at one point, Team West, and we're going to do this in pieces. Team West, you open the door, and there are 2 little girls standing by a old man who's like feebly shaking as you open the door. He's like, yeah, and he's pointing at Peronin. And the two little girls turn around. They're identical twins, and they look at Peronin, and they're like, hello there. Would you like to... And the second one goes, play with us?
Yeah, I just want to take a minute to observe, and I'll be like, "Oh, that depends, young lady. I've played mini games before. Some I like, and some I don't quite enjoy." And like while I'm like giving them this spiel, I'm like looking them up and down and like looking
Okay.
looking around the room a bit.
Would you say that you're discerning realities?
If I have time, it'll trigger it, which is plus. Where's my thing? Plus int. Yes. Okay, mark XP.
Yeah, you do mark XP.
I observe the room.
Let's see here.
Like, this man is clearly molesting these young women.
So Peronin, you like grab your head as your like right eye. You start seeing these images out of it. You see yourself just growing older and more decrepit, and like no one loves you. You're in a home like this one, and just you have no one in the world who would literally give two shits if you died because your family's all gone. Your apprentices have all left you. Tarragon Flame was the last one you had, and like
I'm like holding
my from you.
my eye and then like my other eye, and I'm like stumbling back, and I probably just like stumble back against like the wall with the door.
Peronin, are you all right?
And then the first little girl turns to the second and says, "Delicious." And around that same time, Red and Eladamre, you eventually open the door, containing a man who looks much like the cleric Durn Fozamuth as you saw him in the past on portraits on the walls. Well, at least Eladamre did. But he's currently in a tied-down, like, white smock that has, like, words on the side of it that say, like, special care needed by permission of the owner. There's only a single candle in this room, which has a pungent, sweet odor. The man lying on the bed is like, oh, no, please, no. Oh. And just, like, grabbing at his chest and, like, rolling every few seconds. Above his bed, there is a scimitar placed on a mounting board.
That's not...
Well, he used to be a cleric of Surrender, right? Well,
yes.
Still is. I don't know much about medicine, but does it look like he's in... Does this problem look medical, or does this look like he's just had a mental breakdown?
Sounds like you're trying to discern realities.
Guess I am.
You're like, I'm not a doctor, but is this a medical problem?
Whoa, 12.
Apparently you're enough of a doctor to ask a couple questions.
Apparently. Let me just quickly open up that lovely book, which I closed for no apparent reason.
Are you, if you're at home, checking the rules from DungeonWorldSRD.com, where you can get almost all the rules to play the game for entirely free?
Well,
or
yes,
perhaps if you're viewing this on YouTube, you could go to the description, open that up, and purchase the game through our Drive-Thru RPG affiliate link.
Ooh.
Okay. What here is not what it appears to be.
That candle is actually laden with indigo dream poison. You recognize the smell as you've recently picked up the ability to poison things. The candle slowly, like the dream poison, indigo dream poison, slowly erodes the willpower of any who like injected in them. So in this aromatic candle form, if he's been taking it for a while, he's probably literally incapable of defending himself in any way.
Okay.
He's like doped out of his mind.
What should I be
getting doped? The two of you, if you remain in here for very long, you'll probably start feeling its effects.
What should I be on the lookout for?
The indigo dream poison. Like
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
let that thing keep burning. You better
in
just
a
like,
few
eat
minutes, you'll
Yeah, I
prob-
mean-
even if you stop the burning, the fumes in here within a few
Yeah.
minutes are going to start affecting you and Red.
Is
I'm
there
gonna-
a window that could be opened?
Nope. You haven't seen any windows in the entire facility.
Okay. I think I know the answer to things. The only thing that might actually help. What here is useful or valuable to me?
The sword above the man's head seems to call to you. It definitely seems to have some power to it. Perhaps it's magic in some way.
I think we should definitely try and get him and his sword out of here as quickly as possible. How about I tell Dredd about the fact that that candle is poison. This is what is causing him to be, well, drugged out of his mind.
Snuff
Either-
out the candle and I'll grab him.
How are you snuffing it out?
I bash it with my shield.
So you're literally just like, why blow out a candle when you can hit it with a metal object?
Yep.
You
Pretty
spill
much.
indigo dream poison
Be
wax
dramatic.
all over the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting close enough to that to blow that out. That could probably
Okay.
have bad effects. And then grab the sword and help him get the guy out of
Okay.
there.
When
Close the
you so you're picking him up and Dern Fosmuth starts coughing. He's like, oh, it's you. There's no time. You can't save me. Terrigan Flynn keeps me here. He plans to murder Crandall Tolls and the others. He was here last week telling me his sick plans. Don't let them go to the woods. Friends and nightmares lurk there. My house, in Hollow's Hope. There's a strong box. My treasures and my watch. Take them to Brandon Tull. She'll protect you. Find Flynn. Make him confess. And he starts seizing up and like spitting stuff out of his mouth.
In the sort of, he's dying.
Yeah, he's
fashion.
dying. Definitely.
Let's still get him out of the room and make sure he can
Okay.
actually get a proper burial.
All right. By the time you get him out of the room, he's dead.
Okay.
Damn it.
No healer.
Red's gonna put him on one of the visiting room tables.
Okay, who is carrying the sword?
Well, I picked it up.
What is your alignment?
Good.
All right, yeah. So when you pick up the sword, you get the feeling that someone is like standing behind you and like putting their hands on your shoulder, and they're like saying encouraging things to you. You don't understand what they're saying; it's like whispers, but you feel like your mom is standing behind you and saying stuff like, "You're doing such a good job, excellent work."
That's well. That's good. This is not my dad because I wouldn't really like that.
Let's cut back
That's-
to Frederick William Mayfield the 14th in Peronin. So I think while Peronin is like clutching his face, that's about the time when Eladamri and Red come back out into the hall.
Pronan, are you all right?
I'm like, foul women, just like
Come
garbling
here.
and
I will give him a shoulder and try to help him hobble back into the main chamber.
So like
I'm
while
sure
you're
it's
going,
something in the air.
yeah, while you're going, like the two little girls are suddenly in front of you, blocking your path forward.
I'm like,
You never saw them walk around in front of you, and they're like, "Yeah, I want
will
to
be
play with
right
him."
back for your grandfather. Don't worry, little
No,
girls.
no, just leave the old one.
Your grandfather?
like, don't leave me.
I'm not leaving
I
you,
don't
Perry.
want to go on the cart.
Peronin, don't worry. I've got you. I assume they're talking about their grandfather. You are talking about your grandfather, right, little girls?
So they're both just looking at Peronin.
I want to cast a spell.
Yes, what spell?
and the spell I want to cast is let's see, I just wrote down Psycho Mantis, but I think it's actually
So, I see you've played a lot of Lufia 2 lately. You've got 37 hours on your memory card.
You have not saved often. You are very risky. Allow me
What?
to show
You've
you
put the
my
controller in the second port.
I can't read your mind anymore.
Hideo.
so good.
Hideo, yeah.
Yeah, so I do my roll, cast a spell move. Oh, and it fails completely.
Okay, both of them leap on top of you and begin like sucking some sort of like,
I'm like,
white
"No!"
stuff out of your brain. They're literally just like leaning over you and going, and you feel all of your hopes and dreams, everything positive about your life is being removed from your body. And all you can think about is just dying alone with no hope at all. Just despair-filled death where you pass on to a plane full of nothingness.
I just like collapse in a heap on the ground.
Yeah, can you
No!
roll a d8 plus 1 damage against yourself?
Or D8 plus 1.
Yeah, you take 9 mental damage. As they literally suck all the hope they can out of you.
Oh. Ow.
So, I want to ask Eladamre, Red, you both see this like happening, like Peronin is like and the girls are literally like
And I'm going to be rushing over there as soon as
Something
as
I
fast
might
as
have
I
read
can.
about in the book of esoteric, the untold tales of the esoteric goddess.
No, these are not undead creatures.
Yep,
My friend.
Red's gonna be rushing over to defend.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you can reuse a book after you've used it once. By the way, I think it's
I never had a
time.
book. I believe that was just me spouting lore.
Yeah. No, if you want to spout lore on these things, that's fine.
But I will wait until the others do their thing.
Okay, Judge Red, you were rushing forward.
To defend.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll. Who is your defending target?
Peronin.
Excellent. All right, yeah, you defend him pretty good.
All right.
So how are you defending me? I'm like already on the ground.
So he's gonna like bull rush the children from hell like off you, and then just like cover your body.
Yeah, when you try to touch the kids, they just disappear and reappear somewhere else in the room.
That's fine as long as they're not on him like sucking whatever out of him.
Okay.
I think I'm going to see if impaling them with a spear does something, because these
Okay.
are freaking monsters.
So you're running forward and stabbing one with the spear?
Yep.
Why don't you hack and slash there, buddy? And I think your spear lets you roll dex.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and roll some damage then.
Why, sure. That'll be 10 damage with 2 piercing.
Okay, you deal 10 points of damage.
And if they're not immune to poison, well, she's poisoned.
Okay. Can you roll your poison damage?
4.
Yeah, so I think what happens is you stab this little girl, and she kind of looks down at the spear with the poison dripping off of the tip, and she's like, ah. And then like a hole opens in the floor that leads to, it's just like black and gray swirling around, and her body is like slowly evaporating black hole style into it.
I
Well,
jump
that's
into the
literally-
hole. No, I don't jump into the hole.
And
I
yeah,
have done that in like year long.
you've lost your one of your uses of poison because it's off the blade now.
Yep. I need to
Uh,
reapply it, but she disappears.
Yep.
Well, that's good. I think.
The other
Oh.
one is like, "Sister, you've killed her, you monster," and turns to leap at you, Eladamre. So let me ask, Peronin, what are you doing when you see this little girl?
I'm just like, get
leaping?
off of me, you fool! Get off of me! And then I'm just gonna like peek my head over and just do like double double-handed missiles of magic. So I'm going to attempt again to cast a
Using
spell.
the Jim Dark Magic method.
Yeah.
You're going to hang upside down by one hand from a rope and then pull out both
And
your
then,
magic
and
missile
then pull out
wands.
both my magic wands.
And the crowd's like, no, Jim! Yeah, okay. Cast your magic missiles.
Okay, so that's 2d4. Magical damage. Nice.
Yeah, they slam into the little girl, and she holds up her hands, and, like, tiny green mists, like, slow your missiles down before they impact her.
Sorry.
But she's just like, no! No!
I'm like,
But-
give me my hopes and dreams back, you wench!
In the process, she slams into Eladamre. Eladamre, how are you dealing with this attack? What are you doing in response?
Jumping to the side.
Okay, roll plus dex. You defend yourself. Alright, yeah, she starts like trying to suck your life force out of you. All of the hopes and dreams of your people. But her like soul attack isn't following you faster than you can run. I assume there's some parkour shit where you're like running along the wall at some point, Legolas style.
Clearly, with a 13, I mean, clearly we're doing like rolls and jumps and parkour.
I want to point out, like, it's probably
Tell me
not
all
as
about it,
cool
dude.
nowadays, but when I was like 13 and Legolas was riding a fucking shield down the side of the battlements, I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Legolas is the baddest of badasses.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, that still holds. Fair.
Alright, so let me ask, what do you guys do now?
So, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th is gonna reach down to Perona and say, "We have to get you out of here." And I'll pick up the stick that I gave him as a cane, and I'm gonna try and drag him out to get him to safety. But meanwhile, waving the stick like a club back and
Menacingly?
forth, trying to protect him.
Okay. Would you say you're defending Peronin?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Which
Like any good Boy Scout, you jump to defend the Elder without actually asking them if they want your help.
yeah. Well, which attribute would that be?
That would be Constitution.
Okay.
This is awesome. If you succeed, we're now all defending Bronin.
Okay,
all
you have
have-
one hold.
Yeah, now I'm just like, what's up? What? You want some of me?
And I'm like,
You
waving
guys
the stick, and I'm
literally
helping
shield
him back
wall around
away.
the old man. There's some Charlie Angels bullshit. But the three of you look like badasses, and Peronin is in a Princess Leia slave bikini, hiding behind
Yeah.
her legs.
But also, I'm chugging a potion, okay? Like to take this opportunity, narrative action of
Okay,
chugging my
yeah,
potion.
sure. Alright. So what are the rest of you doing now?
I would
Like-
also like to spout lore on these things.
Okay, go ahead. Alright, you know that this is probably a daemon, a planar creature that feeds on some form of emotion. Each
And
of
is
them
that-
has their own preferred emotion.
To
that they
feast
feed
on your care for your fellow elderly, Peronin. Be careful. Put it out of your mind.
Yeah, and I'm just like, slay that devil woman.
She says, "No!"
I'm
And she
trying,
leaps at
my
Peronin
friend,
once again.
I'm trying. Waving the
I
cane around.
stab her as she comes forward.
Well, are you using your defend hold then?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you're using defend to deal some damage to her.
If you're
Basically.
doing that, then can we combine some actions here?
Are you guys all like cashing in your defense?
I think we are.
Well,
Yep, I'm dealing 4 damage to her, which is my level.
and
It's
then
like stab her.
You're level 4?
what? Wow.
Started level 1, I've gotten 3 level ups.
Doesn't take that long if you do a lot of rolls.
Okay, I guess so.
We've been rolling really well today.
Yeah. If you fail
Alright, yeah,
a lot of
you
rolls,
stab her
you
for
get
4
level ups.
damage. What about you, Dread?
Red is going to redirect her attack to himself,
Okay.
and then have the attacks affect her
Can you
damage.
describe the like visual of this? Like, I want to like.
She's
Keep-
soaring
keep
through
the-
the air, reaching out to grab his hopes and dreams. How are you getting in the way of that?
So, I'm thinking kind of like the face hugger monster. So, he's basically putting his face in the trajectory
Yes.
of her claws.
All right. I assume that, like any World of Warcraft, when you have the damage, there's some sort of buff that appears above your head to visually show that you're.
Right. It's like.
Frederick William Mayfield the 14th. Are you using your defend hold in any way to defend?
Yeah, I'm swinging a cane stick
Well, I have
thing
one
at
more.
it, trying to block it away, bat it away.
Are you redirecting the attack?
No, I'm doing damage.
Okay.
And I want to use my last one to open up the attacker to
An ally?
an ally. Yeah.
Which ally would you like to specify?
Let's go with Frederick.
All right.
Seems like he wants to do something.
All right, Frederick. What's your level?
3.
All right, so you guys collectively deal 7 damage. Red, can you roll a d8 against yourself and then have it? Yes. Yes, they get all of the hopes and dreams.
Does my armor apply?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. So 1 damage.
Okay. Yeah, she just can't get through your helm.
Yeah.
All of your hopes and dreams are now being implanted in your armor.
Maybe it'll become an animated
Tasty
object.
hopes and dreams.
All right, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th, you have attack opportunity here. I believe you get a +1 as a result.
Ooh, well, let me. I assume with a stick I'm hacking and slashing, so.
Sure.
Oh my god, I actually made it.
Okay. Well, roll your damage and then roll a d8 against yourself.
Of course.
Every
here's what
fucking
happens.
D8. Every fucking D8.
You stab her in the neck, right? And she flies back and is flattened against the ceiling. And you see the black hole of black and gray swirls open up. And she starts disassembling and being pulled into it. But in the process, she's like reaching out with so much strength to grab at you, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th. And you see the white liquid exiting your mind as like everything you want: fame, fortune, glory, respect from literally anyone that you haven't had yet. It's all pulled away from you, and like your dreams, your psyche is shattering under the intense pain. All right, both the little girls are gone now.
Yay.
Oh, well.
We should go rescue their grandfather.
Yeah, and everybody else in here. Get them the hell out of this madhouse.
Something is very wrong about this place. Having daemons inside.
Yes.
Wait, are you guys holding a dead body?
Well,
No, I'm holding you.
No,
no,
not you.
we propped them up against the wall and ran over to...
No. I said
on
I
the
was going
table.
to put them down on one of the tables.
Right,
Prop them up
agent.
against the wall.
Okay, you lay the dead Dern Fosmith down where he's got like foam coming out his mouth.
I'm
He
like,
was poisoned, and he said Targan Flynn did it.
Tergan Flynn runs this place?
Well, either he does, or he is allowed to visit. I'm betting he's the one behind this thing. Betting he's the new owner.
So who is this Terrigan Flynn?
He is the
stole
man
my
who...
goddamn robes.
Yes. He is the one who is trying to kill the old adventurers for some nefarious scheme of his. We went to his house to see if he was okay, and were met with undead and demons and fiendish traps. And while we were there, he lured the old couple that asked us to check up on him away into the woods. That's why we're on this journey.
Mm.
He seems...
should-
He is a terrible man, and he needs a swift kick in the ass, followed by a stabbing.
Sounds like he's broken many laws.
Oh, yes, he does. I mean,
Poison this poor fucker.
poisoned this guy. He had, zombies and all sorts of demons at his place, and if he's running this place, that's probably a few more violations. I think you've probably got a lot of reason to hate him, Dread.
Throw the book at him.
So let's finish checking the other rooms. Maybe there are more daemons about.
Yeah, make sure everybody here is okay. I'm gonna.
All right. I'll be like,
You
Oh,
find
yeah.
the other
stick
rooms.
together this time.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
by
are
the-
sticking together.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, he also said that he had a lockbox here in town in his house, so we're going to need to track that down, where there's some items that can be of assistance against Tergan Flynn.
Well, we
Something-
should definitely do that. We have already wasted several days trying to unsuccessfully help solve that murder string. I worry for our friends if they've had several days lead on us. The Tulls.
we should
We
check,
should make
finish,
haste.
make sure everybody's okay here quickly. Get to his house and then get going. Time clearly is of the essence, but with clocks and.
I thought there were some cops coming or something.
Yes, he's
Likely a
right there. I point to Judge Red.
Yeah.
Or he's above me, right? He's right there.
I don't have the stream open. I have no idea where he is.
I only have the chat open right now, but I looked briefly where we were relative to each other at the beginning.
All right, so I'm just gonna go to the next door and try the handle.
Yeah, I mean, as you open doors up, it's just full of extremely mistreated elderly who are all like, "Oh, are you my grandson?
No
I
more
haven't
poison.
seen anyone for so long. I just don't have any hope anymore."
Do we find that?
So I'm just
guy
like, they've just been feeding the hopes and dreams of these poor people, those little twats from earlier.
Yep.
This is unconscionable.
Indeed.
I will take ownership of this place post haste.
Let's go have a little chat again with the Seacrest brothers.
Yes, let's.
And at this point, you will absolutely see some door kicking action.
So, while you continue to look over the place, are you going to the kitchen at any point?
Well,
We're gonna do a pretty full explore, I think.
yeah.
So-
Make sure there's no dead